Hey everyone, it is Willa. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be speaking about how to receive properly, what it takes to be in a receptive state, as well as all of the abundance and everything that is practically right in front of your eyes and ready to come into your life. But there are some blockages that are probably preventing that abundance from actually coming into your physical, and I want to help you address some of those so that way you can release it. It's funny because I think a lot of the times when we hear you need to be ready to receive, you kind of question it because you're like, I've been ready to receive. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course I want the abundance and I want all the amazing things and the huge bank account and the amazing relationship, the social life, the ability to have freedom. Like, I've been ready to receive all of it. What are you talking about? A lot of what that really is that there are some subconscious things that you are unaware of. On a conscious level, you may be ready to receive, but subconsciously you are not. And I want to talk about what that kind of looks like in a physical way, because I am somebody who I can hear all of the things and be like, okay, yeah, you need to be ready and open to receive it. But for me, it only clicks whenever I kind of put it into a sense of like, okay, what does that exactly look like inside my life? So I'm going to try to break down what it truly means to be in a state that is ready to receive, an example about it, and how you can apply it into your life. So if you've been on this journey for a while, an evolution, a healing, a growing journey, trying to better yourself, you've probably heard a lot about posture. Posture is a very, very, very important thing in life. And the Bible also speaks about it. Your heart posture, your heart is one of the most important organs in your body. It's what gives you life. It's what pumps life into you. So your heart posture is a straight reflection of your reality and how you navigate and move throughout life. To be in a posture is usually a state or like a mental state. It determines how you make decisions and how you deal with reality in a way. Posture has a lot to do with your willingness to obey and to remain humble, to surrender, to receive, and then also to repent your sins, kind of like be aware of yourself and how you may be playing a role into the situation. Your heart is just so deep. There's so much richness inside of your heart that reflects who you truly are as a person, and a lot of the times we only can see the surface levels of our heart. So there may have been deeper situations in your life that have caused emotions of pride or anger or jealousy, envy, and you may not notice that in a day-to-day, but there may be some underlying emotions, underlying fears that are within your heart posture that may be reflecting certain areas of your life subconsciously without you noticing. That's why it's important for you to check your heart posture, important for you to check your posture of life and your mentality, how you're going about things, how you're behaving, what your mentality is, because it is going to either help you grow or it's going to keep you stuck. Since our posture is all about how we make decisions, how you respond to certain things, it's going to determine if you move forward and how far you move. So the example that I want to use today is all about pairing your frequency to what it is that you want to desire. And that kind of looks like becoming the person that has already gotten what they're looking for. I want to break this down into an example of you trying to get a job. So say you're trying to get a specific dream job, or you're looking for a job in general and you're in the unemployment phase and you've been applying to jobs. If you've been there, you know how rough and humbling it is, especially in these few past years. When you are in that position, that unemployment stage of applying to jobs, right? The correct posture would look like this. You're staying consistent, you're applying to jobs, you're spending time in prayer, you're going to job events and fairs, you're networking, you're on LinkedIn, updating your resume, pouring into the search of you looking for a job, like the job search, but also you're remaining in a space of, I'm not worried about what the outcome for this is going to be. I'm not trying to grasp control or hold on to anything too tightly. Continuing to pray to the Lord and meet him where he's at and trusting the process, not having double-mindedness, which is, I feel like a lot of people's downfall when it does come to the right posture is that double-mindedness. Like having one moment fully trusting and being like, okay, he's gonna do this for me, and then when pressure arises or when something doesn't look the way that you think it's going to look, you immediately start to pull back on that like faith that he's actually going to provide for you. You're not putting yourself in that type of state, but you're continuing to stay consistent and just trusting, surrendering, allowing him to work in the way that the Lord needs to work. The Lord is going to provide for me right now in the things that I need. I'm just going to keep continuing to apply to jobs, and I'm going to continue to remain in this posture of I'm ready and I can hold it when it comes. I can make space for it, because as long as I can be still and open in these moments, I know that there's going to be an abundance that comes in and fits perfectly into the space that I need it to. That would be what it looks like to have the correct posture when you're waiting on something, what it looks like to be ready to receive. That is one part of being able to receive, but there's also another part that it happens when the blessing actually does come forth. Now, a lot of the times we will be in a space where we're like, I am so ready to have this, I'm so ready to achieve this, and then the moment that we do, it's like our body automatically is like, no thanks, and pushes it away, which is also known as self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging the blessing that the Lord has given you, because either your nervous system state is like dysregulated and it's flagging it as dangerous because they're like, hey, we've never had this before, so I'm gonna protect us and you need to do something about that, so let's put it to the side. Or it looks like maybe you shrinking yourself and thinking, oh no, this can't possibly be me, or I can't possibly like have this, I'm going to mess this up. Again, it's that like self-sabotaging mentality. It may also look like I'm not ready to go, like I'm not ready to receive this, I'm not ready to handle this amount of responsibility. And oftentimes that's actually, that like mentality and that dysregulated nervous system state spills into the first part. Sometimes your blessing can't even come through, or the abundance can't even come through, because you're already subconsciously thinking that this is going, if I attain this, or if I take this or handle this, it's going to cause more responsibilities, it's going to create more problems in my life, because it means more pressure, it means I have to show up a specific way. And when you're thinking that way, you are like completely skipping over the first part of being like, I'm gonna remain open to actually putting myself in the position to stay consistent, to release the fear and control, and surrender to the fact that this is genuinely for me. On the flip side of self-sabotaging, you also have what pride and ego may look like. So if you think that you're above what it is that you deserve, like you may receive the blessing or the opportunity comes through, right? The job offer comes through, and then you're like, oh, I'm above this. Like I don't think that, you know, I should be working here, or I should have already had this position. Or even sometimes when you're in that state of applying to jobs, you're getting frustrated and you're acting out of pride because you're thinking that, hey, like I should already have a job. Pride may even look like I'm not going to a career event, or I'm not going to a networking event because I don't need these connections to actually get the opportunity that's meant for me. Like the opportunity will come how it needs to come. Sometimes it's weird how pride shows up. That's also another way to block your blessings. And if we're going to look at the career example, that prevents a lot of opportunities from opening up and for you being open to receiving it and to kind of allowing yourself to be in that opportunity. Not being open to receiving can be as big as waiting on an opportunity or waiting for something to come into your life, but it can also be as small as just not even accepting help from others. I am the type of girl where it's like I want to do everything by myself. I am like, it is okay. I don't ask for help a lot. And as it is something that I'm working on, I'm realizing that it's blocking a lot of blessings and potential opportunities that can be in my life. Because when you're not willing to receive help from somebody, you're taking on a lot of burdens and pressures for yourself. God doesn't place people in your life for no reason. He places community and people in your life to also help you and to guide you. It prevents growth from happening because you're like, I am just going to do this all by myself. By doing it by yourself, you may not get as far as you wanted to with it, because obviously when you have more hands in helping in one area, it excels and exceeds a lot faster. Posture will always take practice. Being able to just randomly adapt a mentality overnight is not the easiest, because it requires experience and it requires you to have real life situations that force you into that mentality. The more that you continue to practice being able to receive in the correct posture in every situation of your life, whether that be in your relationships, in your career, in your finances, it will start to genuinely become easier and you'll see abundance start to form in every area of your life. With that being said, your posture shows up in every area of your life. So after this video, maybe you can go back and look at the areas of your life where you're feeling like there may have been some stuntingness in terms of growth or receptiveness, maybe even abundance and blessings. Like maybe there is one area of your life that the Lord is trying to truly bless, and you may have a fear about something, or you may feel like you're holding yourself back and you don't understand why. Look down into that root and see where that is coming from and what behavior or mentality is attached to that, so you can transform it into a surrendering, a humble, receptive mentality and state that allows you to truly just let the Lord in and let him create in the way that he needs to in your life. God is always willing for you to talk to him and for you to be in his presence. He always wants to be there for you. So incorporating him as well as your action into whatever it is that you're trying to receive abundance from is genuinely pure gold. It really is. Like, your posture in it is just everything, and it's the only way that you're going to be able to actually hold the abundance. When I was doing a lot of research on this and trying to figure out the best way and best words to put it in, I saw and read about how not being in the right posture looks like receiving an opportunity with like shaky hands, and you're holding it really tight, and then you may drop it and it breaks, right? Whereas when you're in the correct posture, you receive it, you're holding it with steady hands, you're not holding it too tight, you're holding it carefully, and you're able to move around with it and be open with it. That is truly what you want when it comes to you receiving your blessing and your opportunity. You want to be able to enjoy it at least, and like, I don't know, take it in with care. Be steady and be gentle with what the Lord is trying to bless you with. Be steady and be gentle with yourself. It's always going to take time for behaviors and mentalities to develop in your life, but it's never not impossible. And you are going to be able to flourish abundantly whenever you do start to fix your posture and the things that you're working towards. I pray that you continue to be open to receiving in every area of your life, as you do deserve and always will. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video today with me. I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.